Hello and welcome. My name is Teresa, and today's video I'm going to walk you through how I created this card. I have been busy at my craft table working with vellum, and at the end I'll turn these over and show you some other designs, not this one, that I came up with the vellum. But for now we'll just set that off to the side. This video we're going to concentrate on walking you through the steps that I took to make this card. Starting with a piece of Stampin' Up's Smoky Slate. It measures the 5.5 by 8.5. On the 8.5 side, we scored it at 4.25 so that it's in half. I've gone ahead and I adhered a piece of white cardstock to the inside so you can write or stamp a sentiment if you choose. This measures 4 inches by 5.25. So we have that started. Then, using Tim Holtz's embossing folder, looks like the snow is falling down. I took another sheet of the 4 by 5.25 and I ran that through. Then using the two largest, no, not the largest, I used the second to the largest of the stitched shapes from Stampin' Up. I went ahead, took that to my die, my Big Shot, my die cut machine, and I went ahead and I cut out that one. Again, it was with the second largest circle. I just sort of eyeballed where I wanted it to go. Next, this, I hope this doesn't reflect too badly on your screen. This is a piece of like silver paper that I picked up at my local craft store, and I positioned the largest one and the next largest one, you know, to create my own border. Took it over there to the Big Shot, cut it out. Let's go ahead and remove the pieces. Save your scraps, save that one. I've already got a couple other ones here from punching them out. Yes, save everything. Save it, save it, save it. See how we're moving right along? And then I did use Tim Holtz's Snowfall one more time. Put this straight up to the top. This is a little bit smaller because we're gonna back it. And just like that, we're ready to start assembling. So let me move some stuff out of the way. For this one, let me just pop that off to the side. I used my Stampin' Seal Plus from Stampin' Up, staying sort of close to the inside circle. I just laid some down, making sure, I mean, you can tell by the embossing, but that's the upside. And then taking this with the raised texture facing. I want them both the same. I don't know why I turned it that way, but I did. And this is just kind of eyeballing it to place it over, because I'm not real particular about where the snow is. It might be further down, but it might be a worse snowfall. See? So it is further down, so it's less, but that's going to be fine. Wait until you see what I use. I'm not going to use this punch. It's something different. At this time, I went ahead and I applied my Stampin' Seal Plus to all 4 edges. I really like the Stampin' Seal Plus. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this applied down. I like to judge it from the end. If this is your first time visiting the channel, we'd love it if you went ahead and subscribed. If you like what we're doing, I'm just picking off the little pieces. If you like what you're seeing on this, you can go ahead. See, this one doesn't have the embossing. This one has the stitching. I think because when I cut it out the last time, I had it sort of reversed. But that's okay. We want the stitching for this one anyhow. Now, I still don't have my Tombow glue, so I'm still using, this is Aid Tech Precision Crafters glue. And I gotta tell you, better work fast. Smallest minuscule little bottle. Do not buy this. I'm telling you. Well, I wouldn't buy it quite this small. Gotta work quick. Then we want to really make sure we get it centered right over. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a block on here just to give it a second to set up. Okay, and we're going to put this off to the side as well. If you have any snowflake dies, I have some. I cannot vouch for who made them because I found them in a Ziploc bag. So I don't know if I inherited them from my mom. I don't know if I picked them up at like a secondhand store. I don't know where I got them, so I cannot tell you where I purchased them. But pretty much, let me get that in case it's glaring. Any snowflake that you have will work. And I just cut out some white snowflakes because we're going to embellish with that. Now I will tell you what I used for this. This I had purchased from Stampin' Up. And I don't know that it's still available. Let you look at that design. It's probably not. I think it's retired. It looked like it was an ornament. And then I know that I created the holly from the Sweet Little Stockings set. And I'm going to be using this again. For the guy that's going to go inside of here, I'm actually going to use a die, a punch that I purchased at our local craft store. So I'm sure you're going to guess who that is. I don't even need to say his name or her name, but that's what we're going to make out of that. And then taking the hat from the Sweet Little Stockings, you can use anything, but they do have the Santa hat and the die. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But before we get that going, let me go ahead and get some real red. I'm going to pull out my stamping blend because I do want to color in the hat. This color cracks me up because it looks pink. I know. Hopefully my hand doesn't shake too much. I might have to put down the darker color, but this is kind of interesting to watch because as it dries, it does get more red. And of course you could probably use a colored pencil if you have one. There we go. It's looking not as dark red as I'd like. So let me go ahead. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the dark real red. Let's put a little bit of that down. I want it to look a little darker. Yes, I think that's what I want. You know, you could even use this for some shading effect. The really artistic people. Okay, and that gave it a second to dry. So coming back to this super fun glue that I have. I really wish I had the other stuff. I'm very brave, aren't I? I'm just going to apply this glue right over top my card. That's crazy, Teresa. Don't do that. Applying some glue as quick as I can. Trying not to make it too fast. I tell you, as soon as you start recording, you do that. If you make videos for people to share, and like I like to do, it's kind of crazy because all of a sudden you can't find your words. I don't know. I find I fumble around a lot. Let me go ahead and put that block down. I hope it doesn't cast too much shine for you guys. I'm trying to make it to where I'm aware of these shiny surfaces. Maybe I should move that out of the way. Okay, and then this little guy, let's go ahead and put this snowflake down. But yeah, vellum, wait till you see some of the other stuff. I learned a lot of lessons with vellum. And I'll show you some of them. I'm sure I have a lot more lessons to learn, but it's fun. I like the effect. I kind of know what I like it on and not on. Whoops, there's a little bit of fuzz on my wedding ring. Oh my. But I think that's true with most things. Just get in there and start playing with it. I mean, hey, some of the cards I'll show you I really like, some not as much, but each card, you know, taught me a lesson. Taught me what worked and I liked, and some taught me what I didn't necessarily like so much about it. And that's just my opinion, so, whoops, I moved my whole desk. You could feel very different about it. That glue is not adhering. It may have been, let me give it a second to set up. Okay, and now for him, I'm going to use glue dots because I think a glue dot is the best thing for him. Or her. We're not going to talk about who it is because I don't want to get any, you know, hate mail. And then let's go ahead and put, is that going to be too big of a glue dot? No, not at all. So let's go ahead and get this glue dot on. I hope this looks cute. I hadn't done this one yet. I'm not so sure that's working. What do you guys think? I don't think that's working the way I want it to. That's too big. Let me move that off to the side. Fortunately, oh, you know what? Or maybe unfortunately, did I cut out any of the smaller ones? No, I did not. I should have cut out a second one of these. Will you bear with me for a quick second while I do it? Let me run over to my machine real quick. Real quick. Just like that. Done. Grabbing it. Watch me drop the flipping thing. Okay, no, I didn't. I think that's going to be better. That will be better. All right, let's get the little pinchy guys. See, I want to be able to see them. I'm going to even cut this. I hope this works. If it doesn't, I will not be posting this video. Because, you know, we just turn on the play and we just take it from there. That's what I think I'm going to do with this one. So you got to wonder, well, how many videos do you make that you never share? We're not talking about that right now. Quite a few, my friends, quite a few. Because it happens. Not everything's a winner. All right, and this one we're going to apply a little bit of glue. This is just some really fast. I find this glue just dries a little too fast, so, you know, it's not necessarily my favorite. I'm hoping this works. Let me press that down for a second. Then I'm pretty sure I still have those, I do, the red and green pearls from Stamping Up. And let's go ahead and snatch one of the red ones. Okay, maybe snatch another red one. You know where I'm going with this. I'm going to put up 3. I sure am. Come on. One more. Come on. Well, I think that's cute. I think we know who that is. I think we know. See, there you go. Look how quick you can get a card like that done. So that's with the vellum. So the idea here is using an embossed vellum behind the scenes. All right, let's move those off to the side. I did promise I'd show you the other ones. I'll bring them back in so we can do a screenshot. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel and you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and do so. If you're enjoying the video, give us a thumbs up. What I learned on this one, and I'm not sure you can see it, is that if you don't give the ink enough time to dry, you can get little smear marks, is what it is. This one, I learned that if I raise it on stamping dimensionals, I don't like seeing, because I put the dimensionals too close. I tried to cover it up, but yeah, it's less than perfect. But I liked it otherwise, so it was really, really frustrated with myself. So what I did, oh, look at that, and I moved my pearl. Well, that's not sticking the way it should. Shame on me. Okay, my apologies for that. I should probably put a little glue on that one. I use the things over and over again if I don't like a design, so that's my fault. But anyhow, after I stamped it and let it dry that time, I went and used one of these embossing pens. So this was my attempt at using an embossing pen, and then put some white embossing powder over it to give it a snowy effect. This card, I gotta tell you, I really like this card. So this is a similar idea. So what I did is I took a couple of sheets, I cut out my own frames, and there's 3 or 4 of the white ones stacked up on each other. And the same as I did with this one, I stamped it, and then using that embossing pen, I put some snow on it. And of course a bow and a couple sprigs. And this one, this is an oldie but a goodie. I learned with this one that I don't know if your colors aren't right, if there's too much shine. I just feel like it's too busy. So this one, I use that Tim Holtz folder. And then again, with that embossing pen, I tried to put some additional sprinkles on there. I feel like this was a fail, but not horrible. So those were the ones that I had so far to show. Let me move those out of the way. These will all be pictured and put on our Facebook page, Stamping and Sipping with Tea. But let's bring back in the one that I did. That's the one that we did together. This was the previous one. I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it and take a not enlarge it and take a screenshot. Enlarge it so you can take a screenshot. Go ahead and bring this up bigger. There you go. Up a little bit more. I know I mess around too much with it, but there you have it. What fun. And again, you can get so creative with just the little embellishments that you want to put inside. I hope you liked it. I thank you for stopping by our channel. Thank you for giving us a thumbs up. If you have any crafty friends you want to share this video with, please do so. But in the meantime, and until the next time, happy stamping.